On February 8, 2026, one of the biggest stages in the world became a classroom in Puerto Rican history, and most people had no idea what they were watching. Bad Bunny walked onto that Super Bowl field and didn't perform. He testified. It started with Anthony Santos, a Dominican bachata legend. The opening guitar solo, a tribute to a man whose music carries generations of Caribbean struggle. But that's not where the real story begins. It begins in the fields. Before Bad Bunny's first song, 380 performers dressed as sugarcane workers, dressed as giberos in traditional pava straw hats, covered that entire field. They weren't props. They were a memorial, because sugarcane didn't just build Puerto Rico's economy. According to documented historical records from the Museum of the American Revolution and the Library of Congress, the sugarcane was built on the backs of indigenous Taino people and enslaved Africans. When the Taino were nearly extinct from exploitation, the Spanish colonizers brought enslaved Africans to continue the work. That field was history. That field was pain. That field was reminder. Then he sang, walking past domino tables, past piragua vendors, past the casita, the small house representing the heart of Puerto Rican community. But then came the electricity. El apagón, the blackout. Bad Bunny climbed an electrical pole. His dancers climbed sparking towers. The lights flickered on and off. That wasn't theatrical. That was political. According to the U.S. Department of Energy and Disaster Reports, Puerto Rico experienced the longest blackout in American history after Hurricane Maria in 2017. Nia, an island, an American territory with over 3 million people, went dark for almost a year. And 8 years later, according to Energy Grid reports, the island still struggles with widespread power failures. That song wasn't entertainment, it was indictment. But here's what made you stop scrolling. The flag. Bad Bunny held up the Puerto Rican flag. And if you look closely, if you actually knew your history, you saw something they tried to make illegal. According to historical records documented by the Puerto Rico legislature, that light blue you saw wasn't the official flag. That light blue represented something dangerous, something forbidden. In 1948, Law 53, La Ley de la Mordaza, the gag law, was enacted. According to the Puerto Rico legislature and congressional documentation, this law made it illegal to display or own a Puerto Rican flag, even in your own home. The punishment, up to 10 years in prison, a $10,000 fine, and police could enter your home without a warrant to seize that flag. Think about that. A United States citizen, because Puerto Ricans were made citizens in 1917 to fight in World War I, couldn't own the symbol of their own home. The gag law criminalized patriotic songs. It criminalized speaking about independence. It criminalized assembly. It was designed to crush the independence movement and erase Puerto Rican identity. And it stayed law until 1957. For 9 years, flying your nation's flag could destroy your family. That light blue flag, that was the independence flag. The flag that was banned. The flag that cost people their freedom. And Bad Bunny, on the biggest stage in America, signing it in front of 115 million viewers, carried it, waved it, claimed it. Then Toñita appeared. According to historical records, the Caribbean Social Club in Brooklyn is one of the last Puerto Rican social clubs in New York, the only one left. For generations, these clubs provided community, culture, cultural services, and resistance space when Puerto Ricans were denied access to mainstream America. That wasn't just a bartender cameo. That was an altar to survival. But the final moment, the flags of every nation in the Americas walked behind him. Chile, Argentina, Mexico, Colombia, every country. And Bad Bunny said one thing in English, the only English words of the entire performance, God bless America. And he meant it differently than they heard it, because America isn't just the United States. America is the Americas. It's the Caribbean, or it's Puerto Rico. It's the diaspora. It's the island. And what Bad Bunny communicated in 13 minutes, performed almost entirely in Spanish on the largest broadcast stage in the world, was this. We belong here. Our culture belongs here. Our language belongs here. Our history belongs here. And you can't erase us. The president called it terrible, called it un-American. And that's precisely the point. Because to some, American has only ever meant one thing, one language, one culture, one way. And the moment brown people on the biggest stage celebrate who they are, where they come from, suddenly it's not American anymore. But Bad Bunny just proved it is. He proved we are. This is what real Black History Month looks like. Not celebration, reclamation, not remembrance, restoration. He took a flag that was illegal to own, and he stood on the biggest stage in the world, and he waved it anyway, just like his ancestors did, just like his people did when it cost them everything. That's the performance they didn't explain. That's the history they hoped you'd miss. That's the revolution they broadcast live while calling it entertainment. But you know now. Share this. Because every person who sees this flag needs to know what it cost. Needs to know that the light blue represents blood, represents sacrifice, represents a people who refuse to be erased. Bad Bunny didn't perform at the Super Bowl. He liberated the stage. And he did it in front of the entire world.